Before we begin today's episode, we want to address some serious news that came to our attention after recording. Recent allegations of sexual assault involving Jay-Z have surfaced. We want to be clear, we do not condone any form of sexual violence and we are deeply disturbed by these allegations. At the same time, we recognize the importance of due process and believe in the principle of innocence until proven guilty. When we recorded this episode, we were unaware of these allegations. Our discussion reflects our thoughts on Jay-Z's music and legacy at the time of recording, and not on these recent developments. We stand with survivors of sexual assault and encourage anyone in need of support to reach out to trusted resources in their community. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the episode.
My brain is now spoiled. Girdling with his own riff, you know what I mean? Nobody make fun of me, I'm having a rough month. And with that, I think we just pulled off a perfect episode.
Go.
I hope Netflix just gives us a show because of that clip.
That'd be nice.
Manifesting. Shout out to every heartfelt message we did get.
What if they did?
Paragraphs of "We knew you could do it."
We made it. They never thought we could do it till now, till we did it.
I like
Dude,
how
congrats.
no one supports us when we just do things, but when we say that someone else supports us, they're like, "Oh fuck!"
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Everyone share this.
Fucking Beth literally just texted me, being, "Are you guys actually getting a Netflix show?"
Bro,
Man,
Token said that Tana from the other room was like, "You guys got a Netflix show?"
Tell her yes.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Welcome to Acquired Taste.
Welcome to it. We're here. Season
Well-
2, baby.
The season 2 premiere.
I have been called many names, but I've never been called the Hip Hop Morty.
Yeah,
Until
that was
now.
a great comment, bro.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Nan?
What happened? Wait, what?
Someone, yes, someone commented on the podcast.
Shout out to you,
and
Morty.
said Coda is like a hip hop Morty.
I don't know about that,
I'm
but
like,
I think
I don't know how to take
I,
that, but
I wouldn't take
To
that.
be fair, in the clip, you were like, and we're gonna make 100 episodes for forever, and
See, then wouldn't I be the Hip Hop Rick then? His whole argument just went down the drain.
yeah, but your voice, you were using your
Oh.
turtleneck voice, not
Oh,
your
geez,
regular.
oh, geez, Rick.
Jeez,
Oh,
we're gonna-
oh, geez, Vic, we made a podcast.
And now we're in season 2 of that
Season
fucking podcast.
fucking 2, dude.
How you guys feeling about season 2?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel like doing the where we're just looking at one album each week is gonna be a good upgrade for the show.
I do too.
A game changer. It's
Game changer. We also have new segments. We've lost old segments.
yeah.
We're
We fired a lot of people behind the scenes.
Yeah,
we
no-
had to let him go.
Ellis is no longer walking around somewhere in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's not gonna watch this. That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Shout out to the taste buds that are watching this, though. Man, seeing that kid bounce in the corner of your screen is all I can look at. It was just.
Yeah.
Were you
and
watching that?
for our audio listeners, which is all of you, there's he's watching Home Alone on Disney Channel.
In the
and-
background.
In the background.
Yeah, we're not recording the video.
Shout out
week.
Disney
Last time
Channel.
It was the Incredibles.
Shout out Disney Channel.
That was the clip. That was the clip for that week. Was
Yeah.
The Incredibles.
I'm gonna get distracted watching the TV.
Is this the one with Donald Trump?
No, that's Home Alone 2.
Damn.
All right.
Home Alone is objectively the best Christmas movie ever, and I won't be argued against that.
Well,
so I know my Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2.
have you seen Elf?
Have you seen Die Hard? Elf's shit. We're not
Don't-
a movie
Elf
podcast.
is
bring this
Have you
up.
seen a
We're not
Muppet
a
Christmas?
movie
Damn
podcast.
it. All right,
All
let's get in this thing.
Taste Talk episode 2. We argue about Christmas movies.
Yep.
We don't have a producer anymore. Who's scheduling things?
Oh shit, we fired the intern.
All right, let's kick this off within the news. Who's got the list? What's in the news?
I got it.
Season 2
I got
news.
it. I can read this off. All right. So the first thing we got is Kodak is mad at Drake for not working with him, saying, "quote Kendrick beat you to it."
Kendrick worked with him like 3 times on one album. I feel like for
Yeah.
no reason. Yeah, I don't care about Kodak, bro. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He
I-
has pretty good songs. He's not consistent.
I don't give a shit about him.
I've never enjoyed anything
Me neither.
Kodak Black. And then
Super
you
Gremlin,
know,
bro.
He's a super gremlin,
pretty-
bro. He doesn't look like himself right now. Have you seen him recently? He like
did you guys see the clips from
Guy's
what is
stream?
his
Guy's Synapse?
yeah
Yes.
where he was like
Popping pills.
doing the
alley-ooping and a perk to himself.
alley oop and
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that.
He really, bro, threw it up in the air and caught it on his tongue like a fucking jelly bean.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good stuff.
I mean, like, so for me, for them not collabing, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything.
I don't.
I'll just watch his random, I guess, perk pop video.
I don't. I don't even feel like I need like more Drake music. So like,
Yeah.
what a weird thing to bitch about. That's fine. Who cares? What a funny thing in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Second on the list, we got Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion earned Billboard's hottest female rapper titles.
They got like.
What do you guys got to say about that?
I mean, that's fair. Cardi B hasn't released anything in a long time. I think Nicki Minaj released an album this year that did well, but I don't think it did anything in pop culture really. Like her 250,000 fans bought it first week, for sure.
And
she's
then,
got a loyal,
yeah.
large fan base. Like if she was independent.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, Nicki's still gonna, get ears to listen, but I just feel like she's kind of.
There was no Anaconda. There was no every album I feel like there's some iconic pop culture moment from her, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't you can't expect to be there every year. Like to just the amount of shit she's already won. It's like, I don't know. How much more do you really like need to like feel still relevant? Like she's still doing stuff, but it's like, let other people like have their moments.
Ned had a Nicki Minaj album.
I did. Her first one.
It was an old ass one though. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was aight.
Yeah, her.
Shout out Nicki Minaj. Hey, shawty.
I still got.
What's good, girl?
On me.
Fuck! I still gotta cut together all of Coda's popping it at ladies on the podcast.
Yeah,
it's gonna take me for fucking ever.
It's
bro.
gonna be an ongoing bit. It's not ending anytime soon.
No, I'll do a season 1 compilation and then a season 2 compilation when we're done with this.
Perfect.
Hey, shawty.
But honestly, though, shout out to both Glorilla and Megan. I feel like I don't listen to either of them a ton, but features or any songs that I do check out when they drop or whatever, I feel like I always like them. So
Bro, I was at the club and a Glorilla song came on and it was insane. Like it was like midnight downtown.
I think it was last season, but she shot her shot at Damian Lillard on the Bucks, and then at the start of training camp, I think it was, he was asked about it and he just kind of smiled and he was like, she's cool, no comment.
I like that.
I
like thinking that they fucked.
Bro hit for sure.
You remember the rumor that
Dame?
Oh, bro, Mac Miller
Dame's recently divorced.
Who got you smiling like that?
Do you remember the bar where Mac Miller was talking about how he hoped Lady Gaga and Kendrick fucked because that was a rumor for a while?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that, but I wish I did.
I think it's man. This is my nerd here. I think it's the deluxe version of watching movies with the sound off. There's a bar where he's like, I hope Gaga fuck Kendrick. It's the one with Tyler the Creator, I think.
I was just gonna say I know what you're talking about now. And it's the song with
Kendrick
I think it's called OK.
Gaga. It's something like that.
I
hope
thinking of
Damian
Mac Miller.
Glorilla fucked. That's all I'm.
Yeah, same.
Two beautiful people.
And
You
also
earned it.
thinking of Mac, I actually picked up Faces on vinyl today, and it's like the first vinyl I've bought in probably like, I don't know, 5+ years maybe now.
It's funny you say that because I almost added an in the news thing I found, but I didn't know how hip hop it was. 50% of vinyl purchases in 2024 went to people without record players. So it's funny you brought up a record.
Damn.
So it kind of was relevant.
That's so crazy. Like, it kind of makes sense, but I feel like even for me, when I feel like even for me, when I kind of was like, yo, I want to start collecting records, I didn't have a record player, and I don't even really listen to mine all that often either. But like, I was like, well, I need a record player also. Like, I can't just collect these and not have any means to watch them. So
I have one vinyl, and I technically have a record player, but it doesn't work, and it never has worked. It was given to me without a needle.
I have a record player that you can have that I don't use because I have a baby in my room and it terrifies me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice though.
Your record's getting scratched immediately. He's gonna try and DJ.
He's moving that needle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
for sure.
We saw him at the museum. We saw him try and scratch when we went to the museum with Andrew.
He did. This is true.
He did not keep his hands off of almost anything.
Yeah.
Thank God there was glass.
The spawn of Figure 8.
Nudie booty.
8. Shut up.
No,
All
you.
right, what's next?
We got some more in the news. DJ Khaled gets his first diamond plaque for the song "I'm the One,"
Boo.
which I'm.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm surprised that it's his first diamond one, just because of the
I'm not.
the method he has and like the way he goes about releasing music and stuff is so like set up to have hits and set up to have diamond and stuff like that.
Let me ask you this. Name the DJ Khaled song that came out before I'm the One that you think should be diamond or would be, not like should be it's your favorite, but like what do you think would have been diamond already?
Off the rip, I can't think of the like. No, I mean, it's an older song. I can't think of the name, but it's like one of Wayne's all-time like most popular and like famous features where he's like, feed me rappers and feed me he starts it out, he's like, I am the beast, feed me rappers and feed me beats or something. I feel like that's a popular enough song and has had enough time that it would have gone.
To be honest, after thinking about it, I'm surprised that Wild Thoughts hasn't yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's worked with everybody big. And I'm not saying like he's got these great songs. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. It's just like he works with every big Justin Bieber, Chance the Rapper, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Beyonce's been on his albums, Travis Scott.
The one that just went diamond has Justin Bieber,
Chance, Lil Wayne, Quavo, I think is on
that's
it.
A
like
large, you're paying for that diamond plaque.
Yeah, like
he's just like
so like
he feels like just like Marvel to me, where he's like, I'm gonna bring all these people together in this movie right now, and just like, I don't know, like his workflow is crazy. Jesus. He might be Marvel Jesus, bro. It's just like it feels like a Fortnite, like a Fortnite lobby. It's like
just
why
is
there all these people on this song together? Why is there 3 million producers?
Did you guys see that meme that showed the new Godzilla skin where he's in like Air Force Ones and it said there's a direct line from Oppenheimer to this game right now?
Fuck.
That shit's funny.
All right.
And last but not least, we have J. Cole releases bonus tracks from 2014 Forest Hills Drive. He did a 10-year anniversary release on vinyl for 2014 Forest Hills Drive. So shout out to vinyl again.
Sweet.
I should have put it.
I would actually like to get that. It's a good one.
No, I kind of would too. I have 2014 Forest Hills Drive on vinyl.
You've had that since I met you, almost since we bought
I think
vinyls.
Yeah, I mean that was right around the time when I feel like I started collecting. Was like, well, not really that early, but probably like 2016, 2017. And so like
you started collecting shortly after you met me, right? Because I had some the day you met me. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like kind of what it was in a way is like it's something I was interested in and something I wanted to do, and then just like I guess meeting somebody and becoming friends with somebody who had a somewhat of a vinyl collection. It kind of just was like the motivation I needed, I guess.
Sure.
Whatever you want to call it, but
vinyls to me, it's just such a cool like format. Like it's I know how that works technically, but it's still just magic. The fact that it's just like
it's
the grooves vibrate this little needle.
People think digital stuff is magic. I don't. I get that. I think the old timey shit makes no fucking sense.
I don't understand how this makes noise. Like I don't. It doesn't. You can explain it to me.
How do you noise?
Yeah. How to noise.
All right.
I don't. But one more thing on that. I don't know if the songs are gonna be released on streaming services. I hope they are.
Have you heard them?
I did. No, I was gonna say I did see a Reddit thread within the last couple of days that of somebody who I probably ripped them from vinyl or however you do that and posted them on YouTube. So I'll probably check those out eventually. But I do hope they get released on streaming services just so it's
available.
Getting J. Cole available easily. It's crediting the artist by listening to it. It's not just some guy who's posted them on YouTube.
Sure.
All right.
But yeah, that's cool.
Ranking time.
Yeah, we did. What do we say? Top 5 '90s rappers.
Yes, sir. Does anyone want to go first? This
Who
is
wants-
where Ned would shine.
Yeah, say Ned goes first just because I forgot we were doing this.
So there's a few that I don't know if they technically does Eminem technically count?
Let's see.
Sure.
I do wanna-
Debuted in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what was
think
it? 98
for sure.
was his first.
97.
97.
Maybe
Um,
yeah.
It might have been 99, but it for sure was. In
Yeah,
the
so I'm gonna put him on there for sure. My favorite, honestly, is probably Cube. I love Ice Cube. His shit's fucking awesome.
Yeah, in the 90s he was at. His
Yeah,
peak,
yeah.
would
I mean,
say.
I kind of cheated. I'm not gonna say a single person from the Beastie Boys because I don't know, but I'm gonna say Beastie Boys.
Were they in the 90s?
Yeah.
Were they releasing stuff?
Ill Communication came out in 94. Intergalactic
I'll take-
Planetary.
I'll-
And then probably, you know, the endless debate of Tupac versus Biggie. I used to be more Tupac, but I think now that I'm older and wiser, I'm actually more of a Biggie fan. And one of those two has to go on there, so I'm putting Biggie on there. And then I have one more.
Yep.
Honestly, I love Snoop Dogg. Like, I think his music, like, in itself isn't, like, amazing. Like, it's good, but it's not, like, I mean, there's better music. But I don't know, he's just cool. I feel like, you know how you feel like,
Snoop just has a dope
yeah,
rap
and, like, he's
voice.
just cool. Like, you feel cool listening.
He also makes it seem really easy.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's doing ridiculously complicated stuff, but it's like he's pimp talking to a bitch in the microphone quietly.
You can whenever he's rapping, I feel like you can see him just sitting on a couch in front of a microphone with
Fucking
a mic
right.
in his hand, just rapping.
One of those blue thrones.
And, like,
the velvet-
not being like dramatic about it and moving his hands like some rappers do and stuff. Like, just sitting in his chair, smoking his blunt, and just
What's my motherfucking name? Like, that's the most intense
Yeah.
he gets.
exactly.
And he's just,
like,
it's Snoop Dogg. Like, come on now. Iconic.
yeah.
And that's my top 5.
All right.
I like it. I'll go next. So it was hard to leave a lot of guys off this for sure. And I feel like I wrote it down, but I feel like looking at my list right now, it feels very just like pop culture names, like common names.
Sure.
But it's also the artists that I like when I'm thinking. And I also will say that I didn't include someone like Eminem just because it was, you know, so close to be. I think of him as more of like a 2000s rapper than I do 90s.
I didn't include him, but
And
I'll accept it.
And so I didn't really have like a true specification of what was what, but I didn't include certain people for that type of reason. Anyway, my top 5, I'm going to say, starting from 5 going up to 1, I'm going to say Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Andre 3000, and at the top, Jay-Z.
Ooh. That's much closer to my list.
Yeah.
I
feel like that doesn't.
List, though.
Yeah, and like I said, it feels so very just like, oh, give me,
Like
you know,
a Reddit post?
those are the guys. Yeah, it feels like a Reddit post, or like all the shirts you're gonna see at like Hot Topic or Spencer's at the mall or some shit. Like,
Yeah, but it's like that for a reason, I would say. And I feel like the further we get away from it, the more evident it is. Because, like, the longer time passes, more and more falls out of the zeitgeist. So the fact that they haven't.
well, I feel like Nas is still putting out very consistent good albums, like 30 years later.
Right.
And
yeah.
so, like, in terms of, like, he's, you know, primarily a 90s guy. That's where he got his start and stuff. Like, I feel like there's certain names that are just, like, hold weight from that era. I feel like that's kind of, like, the most, maybe not the most important, but, like, a very important era in hip-hop history.
Longevity
And
is
so-
huge. It's rare.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'll go.
Who's up next?
I'll do it. My number 1 is Andre 3000. So I'm glad Andrew didn't leave me alone in that.
No, he's
My number 2 is Jay-Z. My number 3 is Old Dirty Bastard. My number 4 is Big L, and my number 5 is Tupac.
okay.
I like that. It was hard for me to leave off certain Wu-Tang guys, just ODB,
ODB
Raekwon,
lived and
Jizza.
died in the 90s, so I felt like I'll give it to him. You know, you can't just say Wu-Tang, but I would have liked to just say Outkast, but I got, like, Andre 3000 is what made me fall in love with Outkast.
Yeah.
It takes a while to realize that Big Boy's rapping better, but...
What's funny is, like, I feel like a lot of hip-hop fans would have Andre, like, above Big Boy, and, you know, some are gonna argue who's the better actual rapper and stuff, but I think it's funny that even Andre's like, dude can rap circles around me. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Andre's just more, especially as an artist, I think inspiring. Big Boy's just watching someone who's like a master at work. Like, he's very technical. It's very well thought out, very punchliney, but Andre 3000.
I feel like Andre, just the way he speaks too, makes you listen because it's very unique. Like I can't think of really anybody you could compare to him. Just the sound of his voice.
I remember as a kid his feature on that T.I. album.
Sorry.
Yes, where he said, "Why do we?
It's my fault. I'm awkward. I'm
chase stars just to dodge comets." And I, like, as a child, I was like, "This man is a genius." Like it broke me.
Doesn't he say like that verse is so good? Just like the kind of comparisons he makes, where he talks about like an apartment versus living in a big ass house or something. Like
we should do top 5 features that overpowered the solo artist next week.
I like that.
All right, Coda.
Yeah, I got a pretty similar list to you guys. Like, I think though my order's just different. I think one for me. Number 1. That's man. Damn, I just had it in order and then I mixed up the order in my head. I'm gonna go number 1, Tupac, 2, Jay-Z, 3, 50 Cent. It's kind of like the tail end, right?
It came out in 2002.
Didn't he debut in 2003?
He debuted in 2003?
I was gonna say he's got to be later in the 90s technically.
2002.
Okay, well then, all right, scratch that then, I guess. Andre 3000, Dr. Dre, just for
he was dropping.
Just for the amount of like people he helped just like brought together.
I was gonna say if he counted as like,
I mean he released albums and he was a part of debuting Snoop Dogg and Corrupt and Daz and
then
the DOC during that time.
Next would be like, just for like, from what I listened to like growing up, probably Ice Cube.
Wow, Ned.
Ice Cube's great.
Ned's a big Cube. Do you like T?
He's a Cube.
Like
yeah,
Ice-T?
I like Ice-T too. Cube is better for sure, but I like Ice-T. I like what is it?
Do you like Ice-T's metal band?
Body Count.
I like Ice Cube's.
What about Strawberry
Ice-T.
Lemonade?
Body
How do you
Count.
feel about Strawberry Lemonade?
Body Count was his metal band, right?
Wow, he's not going to answer you about your Lemonade question. Yeah, Body Count.
No, we're just gonna
Hey, what
gloss
happened?
over that.
What do you think about Strawberry Lemonade?
You asking me?
Yeah, I don't.
Anyone whoever wants to bite on
What do you
that
think
can
about
go.
buttered sausage?
No. I
Interesting.
hate it.
I like Strawberry Lemonade, Andrew. Don't worry, I'll answer your question.
Fucking delicious.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's refreshing.
All right.
I do prefer iced tea though.
Really?
That was the joke. You don't get the
No,
joke. I asked you what you thought of iced tea, and he has strawberry
I
lemonade.
got it.
Strike me as a kombucha kind of guy.
And he
Andrew.
has no kids, and he made that dad
Fuck
joke.
no.
Yeah, doesn't he look like one of those guys walking around with a yerba mate?
Bit of a yerba mate guy.
Yeah, you look like a yerba.
Those things are nasty.
They are. Thank you.
Nasty.
All right. It's time.
Album club?
Album club. First album club
All
of
right.
season 2.
Yeah, so obviously, like we said, we have the new format. This week, we are listening to the Blueprint 3 by Jay-Z. We're going to start it off with just a little bit of information about the album. It released on September 8th, 2009. It was Jay-Z's 11th studio album. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Top 200, whatever it is, which was Jay-Z's 11th number 1, so 11 for 11. 476,000 first week sales. It received a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album, and the collection of the singles, and I didn't dive into what Grammys they won, but the collection of the singles and the album overall won a total of 6 Grammys. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about the Blueprint 3.
Wow.
Who wants to kick us off?
I'll go. Blueprint 3. One of my, actually, I don't even remember, but I've gotten a Jay-Z album on the pod before. Yeah, I got 444, and I fucking love that shit.
And
this one, it's, I don't really feel like a negative type of way about it. I think there's some, let me just start with my favorite songs. Thank You, which is the, I think, second song. I like how it's kind of started off the album. Run This Town, obviously, with Rihanna and Kanye. Like, all the radio hits. Empire State of Mind. My entire life thought that was called New York, but it is called Empire State of Mind. Already Home, feat Kid Cudi. Didn't care for Cudi's chorus. I don't think he really shined on that song, but I did like
it's pronounced shoned.
What?
He didn't really shone.
Yeah.
He didn't shone.
Yeah, past tense.
My fault, G. But the beat on that shit was cool, and I liked, like Jay-Z's verses. And then So Ambitious with Pharrell was kind of cool.
I agree with that.
All right, on to the notes. There was a lot of interesting production across the whole album, and for me personally, like, I think he was like kind of experimenting with certain things, or just like, it was very consistent, but it just felt like there was too much happening a lot of the time in the production. They kind of distracted me from like some of the lyrics, but I know it's just like the time period it came out in. Like, everyone's just kind of trying that style of shit, and only some of it sticks. Death of Autotune felt a little bit like just unnecessary, but at the same time, I get it. Like, that's kind of like the old head perspective of Autotune. And like, I was on that same shit too. Like, when I first like got into rap, I was like, nah.
Because of him.
Yeah, like, this shit sucked. Like, Autotune sucks, but then like he has like fucking Drake and Kid Cudi like songs later that's like, I don't know. I really liked the storytelling on A Star Is Born. I like how he mentioned, the different rappers and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, just hearing like everyone's younger voices, like Drake and J. Cole, like they're like, like higher pitched voices on some of these songs, even though it wasn't like crazy long ago. But yeah, overall, like, it was a cool album. It was definitely nowhere as good as 444, but obviously, like, just the songs that are fucking radio hits that are constantly played, like Run This Town and Empire State of Mind, like, carried the album so much that like I have to give it like a higher score. But yeah, I'm gonna give it probably like an 8 out of 13. Like, it's not my favorite. A lot of the songs I would never listen to again, but there's just a select few that I definitely am never gonna stop hearing for the rest of time.
Yeah.
All right.
I can go ahead and go next because I have another little thing to add that I wanted to mention. The singles for this album were DOA, Run This Town, Empire State of Mind, on to the next one, Young Forever, and A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to list those off was just because I feel like that's a lot of singles. I feel like we don't really see that anymore. I feel like nowadays it's kind of like 2 or 3, and then you get the album drop.
Was the last time I feel like I remember someone being like, "There's 8 hits."
Yeah, like, that just feels like I was, when I was kind of doing some research on the album, that just kind of stood out to me as interesting. But anyway, for my review, I feel like it's pretty similar to Coda. Obviously, there's a lot of super, super, super recognizable songs, like, like he mentioned, Run This Town, Empire State of Mind, even Young Forever. I feel like at least kind of this was like freshman year of high school, I think, ish for me. And so I feel like that those songs just have like a huge nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
But overall, kind of the same. this isn't the best Jay-Z album by any means. I think if you were gonna rank blueprints, you could pretty much say 1, 2, and 3 in that order.
Sure.
But you know, at the same time, like I feel like Jay-Z is always gonna bring something interesting with just like the way he raps and just kind of the braggadocious nature to almost everything he raps on. But yeah, that said, like most of the songs I feel like I like. There are a couple of flops for me that kind of not ruin's a strong word. Bring down my opinion of the album. But I'd say my favorite songs probably are Already Home, A Star Is Born, kind of like Coda said. I really like how the first verse is like, he just is mentioning a bunch of rappers that he like, you know, has love for and that he wants to congratulate for their accomplishments. Yeah. One of which is Eminem. He kind of just talks about how, acknowledges that like he did have a really, really good verse on Renegade and stuff. And so I just thought that was a cool part of the album overall. My favorite song overall though probably is Reminder. I think that just has a super cool beat, and some of the best rapping probably throughout the album. So then some things I didn't like. Both the songs Off That and Hate just didn't do it for me. That's kind of the ones that brought my overall score down a little bit. Yeah. I think so like on Hate, for example, I think Jay-Z and Kanye have really good chemistry on songs together. And then on Off That, the song featuring Drake, like I liked the song or the raps and like the verses, and I think Drake does a good job on the chorus. But both those songs I just really don't like the beats for, and like it just kind of ruins the song for me at the same time just because of the beats. That said, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 13 Coda B's.
Sweet.
Because I do still think it's a solid album from Jay-Z.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
So I can put my phone down. I gotta be honest, pretty similar to y'all. I
meant like hold a little bit closer. Because it'll fucking...
I thought that was vape movement,
yeah.
bro.
No,
you were
doing,
doing,
go ahead, bro.
Vape stuff. Overall, I feel really similar. Me, Ned, and Andrew saw Jay-Z live.
Yeah, we did.
On his 444 tour.
Yeah, so every time I listen to him and hear songs from that tour, it is... I have a nostalgia to that on top of just this stuff being out when we were kids. I think it's really interesting how Jay-Z was correct about Drake and J. Cole and Kid Cudi pretty early here, I feel like. And thinking about it now, like thinking about the big rappers who put smaller artists on their albums now, I don't think it's that often that they've predicted as well of having J. Cole and Drake on your album in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called that.
There's a lot of songs, again, that like there's nothing inherently wrong with them, I don't feel like, but it's not something I would go back to. Like, there's always a bar pretty much on every song where I'm like, ha, like what you did there. But overall, it's good. It is a Jay-Z album. I agree about the rankings of the blueprints in that order. Hate's my least favorite, absolutely.
Yeah.
Reminder and Run This Town are probably my favorite. I do like Real As It Gets as well with Jeezy. That one's up there for me. Empire State of Mind drives me insane. It was just, bro, I was fucking 11 in 2009. It was too much. It was too much for me. I lived in Detroit. I didn't want to hear about New York anymore. Shut the fuck up about New York. But it's obviously a really good song. Like, it's sonically, it's almost objectively good. But just not my favorite. I do think, so I was bringing this up with Lai earlier. It feels like Jay-Z's recovery, like just in the fact that it's got a lot of like stadium music, a lot more rock element, and then there's even Forever Young. That's his.
Yeah.
No love. No
Crazy way to
hurt
end the
me,
album.
No more. Like it feels like an attempt at constructed radio. I mean, there's literally Rihanna on both of them. They both came out within a year of each other. Not that Jay-Z was copying Eminem. It just feels like the equivalent of his recovery. And then I Googled it, bro, and they went on the Home and Home tour to promote these two fucking albums, to fucking perform their fat-ass stadium songs in fucking Yankee Stadium and Comerica Park 10 times. Like, it's very much so meant to be grandiose, and I feel like they were both at their point in their career where they were filling venues big enough to justify performing songs like that. We couldn't be at the Waypost performing "Who Go Running Down the Night" just with that's what you play when you assassinate Caesar, you know. It's I'm gonna be right between you. I'm gonna say an 8.5 out of 13 Coda B's.
Yeah,
feel okay.
I feel like that's like
not a bad album by any means, just not like didn't like surpass my expectations or like blow me away.
Yeah.
It didn't change my life for sure.
Yeah.
Ned, what the fuck you gotta say, bud?
Well, my opinion's very different than y'all's. No, I think this is like the best album that I've gotten on the show, actually.
Oh.
Damn,
Holy
bro.
shit,
Ned,
I love
always
that.
with the curveballs, man.
Yeah,
This album, like, I actually got like emotional. I was like, God damn, this is good. Like,
I could see
Ned
that.
just crying
I
alone
can
in
see
his
that from
apartment.
like
Ned's like, I do want to be for
no, that one, honestly, that one's either that one or Hate is my least favorite. I think that is the worst song of the album. It's just
from
random.
more like of a
like,
musician perspective, like I feel like I get why, like a lot of the production on
oh,
it
dude,
too, like,
it's fucking.
it's more
I
of a,
love that. Like, even like so like Thank You, I think has the, or is it DOA? Has that fucking DOA has that guitar line that's just like, it's almost cheesy, but it's like a good type of cheesy.
Some Rick Rubin.
Yeah, it's fun, but
shit.
like I don't know, like fucking. So the first two songs are really good. That first, what are we talking about? Like, it took
I
me a
agree.
second, but I'm like, all right, this is fucking cool. And then once Thank You hits, it's like, all right, no, this is interesting.
yeah, Thank You was great.
I am actually a really big fan of the where is it? Off that fucking. I was like, what is this? I don't like Drake either. So I was like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, holy shit, that's Drake. The beat
That's
is
15 years
really
ago,
good.
Drake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the
see, I
beat-
hate the beat, man.
it's
It's
so
so
good.
annoying to me.
That one, and so like that one, Venus versus Mars. Yeah.
Venus versus Mars is good.
And No Ambitions. So Ambitious. Yeah. Those
Ambitious, yeah.
are really good. Like the beats. I think about A Star Is Born is okay. I wasn't a huge fan of that one. And then the last song is okay. But other than that, I liked all of it. I was like, this is really good. And he's got some bars. Like, I feel like his raps are like, they aren't crazy, but man, he's got some shit to say. I was like, all right, okay. I mean, also I was like, I was doing stuff while I was listening to it, but like, it would like catch me. I'd be like, oh shit, did he just say that? But yeah, no, I thought it was really good. I think it's my favorite
I love
of the albums that just the production's really good. It surprised me because looking at the set list, I was like, I don't think I know any of these songs. And obviously I've listened to Jay-Z before. 444 was like that was the album that I started with. I knew this song had the one song on it, or this album had the, tomatoes on it. So I was like, all right, I've probably heard whatever on it already.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
Oh.
The classic.
So I just never listened to it, but no, it's
This motherfucker just said tomatoes
Yeah.
to tell us Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, but like the thing is, we all immediately knew
Yeah.
because that will never not be in my head when I hear that song.
But no, I think this album's great. I think he fucking knocked it out of the ballpark on this one. I'm gonna give it a fucking 10.5.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a good ass
Okay,
score
I like it.
from that. That's Ned's highest
I think
score.
yes, it is. I think Killer Mike's was 10.
Also, I learned just now that it was Ned scrolling his mouse through the entirety of the finale of last season.
Yep.
Oh,
It's okay.
I also learned that too because I've made a point.
oh,
not
I
to
fuck with
touch
it
my
all
mouse,
the
so-
time. And my mic is right
we
next
heard.
to my mic is literally
We
like
heard.
right above my mouse.
So did all the taste buds
Yeah,
heard
they
too.
heard.
Like, what
All
is
the
that?
takes.
Well, I'm glad you liked the album though, Ned.
Yeah, I'm glad when we have different, especially if we're all going to be listening to the same album moving forward.
I was gonna say I like that more. TBH, like
about it.
If we do like other albums,
And,
it
like-
should be like albums that we at least all know. Like be like, okay, I've listened to that at some point or some. I don't know, but I like it more that we all.
Yeah. So,
No, I think we should just
album,
stick
yeah.
with
Yeah.
an album for the week. I
Yeah.
think that like it just generates better discussion and like
Yeah.
whatnot. I feel like it's much better.
best episode, boys. Is this best episode so far? We're not even done. I guess there's still time to fuck it up.
Certainly.
Oh, we could ruin it.
So, yeah, Coda's ruined an episode in the last 12 seconds before.
Yeah. What do I need to? What
he
should
was,
I
he was
say?
like, let me say an inappropriate joke right here. It wasn't racist or homophobic. It just wasn't okay.
It was more.
swear.
Yeah.
I know there's no camera on Coda, so you guys can't see him, but the way he just hit the... Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know what you're talking about at first, and then I realized there's been enough time that's passed. We can say it now.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Let him die. Let him die in peace. Don't make jokes about dead people. All right. Are we on the local? The first time doing this segment?
think we are.
Is that what's next?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Okay, so we are we don't have a name for this, do we? Local licks.
Hold on. Insert the name right here.
Local licks.
Nope, that's not gonna be the name.
Licks local.
All right. Licking local.
That's better.
Licking
That's
locals.
better.
Fig will be back momentarily.
Uh,
Damn it, I have to cut this out.
Do you guys want to take a quick pause? Just pause the
oh
recording.
God.
No.
All right, keep it rolling.
Okay.
I'll cut it out much easier if it's not.
Oh, I thought you were running.
Jarvis, remind us to cut this.
I thought you were running upstairs
No,
to
it died.
for Donato. That's why I was like, we should definitely pause because we don't know how long that's gonna be.
No, I'll cut
Alright.
this out.
He's not gonna cut it out.
You guys didn't say anything. I'll have to cut it out.
Jarvis, keep it in.
I guess I can leave the last couple seconds in.
And we're back.
I hate it.
All right, local licks.
I don't
First,
like it.
All right, then name it.
I'm just
You
kidding.
come up with
I'm
a new
sorry,
name.
I'm sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
invent something like inward singing.
You piece of shit.
Wait, what did you just say? Hey, I came up with taste buds. Okay, that's gonna ride me the rest of my career.
I came up with the baker's dozen, and it has your fucking name in it.
That's not true.
That is true.
It's my name.
We were standing.
Therefore, I created it.
Wait,
Alright.
what?
Let's get into it.
I hung out with I Love McConan for 3 minutes, walked away with you, and you were like talking about the rating system, and I said we had to change it. Either way, local licks.
That is true. Damn. Sorry, it's been a minute. I was like, damn, bro, it felt like forever ago.
We might change the name, but for the first time, we're doing it. I like local licks.
Keep it in.
All right. We are going to be listening to artists from around Portland, and I guess you could be from anywhere, but a lot of them are going to be from around the Portland area. There's now an email, acquiredtasteaf@gmail.com. Send in any songs that are yours, include the artist name and the name of the song and the producer, and we'll listen to it and then discuss it on the show. Today we listened to 503 Inferno song Right Now. Am I correct in that? I'm not looking at the notes.
It might be Inferno
That's
503.
503.
but
Inferno 503.
It's 503
the
Inferno.
so-
It
Yeah.
is?
I've
One
DJ'd
of
for him.
those
That's
two.
I remember.
those two.
I liked him.
Oh, you've DJ'd
Yeah.
for him.
Oh no, it is Inferno 503. Man, I got it.
God damn
I gotta
it,
go.
Ned. I'm just kidding.
This poor
We
guy.
listened to his song Right Now, and who wants to talk about it first? Let me caveat this, that if you're gonna send your music into a podcast, we're gonna be brutally honest. We can't sit here and fucking praise
Yeah.
every song that comes through.
I'll go first, and I'm gonna continue. Yeah, well, basically what you're saying, like, if you're sending this in and you haven't listened to the podcast before, we're rating like the elite of rappers. So like, we can't give you out of like niceness.
Also,
like,
there's no point in us just
yeah.
sucking you off and whatever. It's not gonna give you.
Yeah, it's positive criticism.
Yeah, we want all of you to win. We're glad all of you sent it in. We're super excited about how
Yeah.
many
So
emails we got.
let
Go
me
ahead.
see. What was the title of the song again?
Right Now,
Right Now by
Inferno 503.
Inferno 503. So yeah, I did actually. I really liked the flow, how it started off. I don't know if he produced the beat or not, but the beat was really cool. I know people hate it when you're like, what do you think of my song? You're just like, I like the beat a lot. As like a rapper, I know sometimes that's annoying, but the beat was cool. Very upbeat, like kind of trap type shit. The lyrics though, a little bit basic. Like, think you could have done, a little bit better. Just like, kind of just, you don't have to rhyme the first thing that comes to your head. What are you showing me?
It's 5:03.
I was right.
5:03.
I was right.
Okay, so we're all cooked. Anyways,
No, I was right. God damn it.
I would have liked just to hear like a bit more, because like I actually did like his voice a lot. I think he has a good voice and he has a lot of potential. But the song just felt kind of unfinished. Like it was, most songs nowadays are only like a few minutes long, but I still think like another verse with maybe like a different kind of flow would have been nicer. But yeah, good shit. We appreciate you sending it in still.
Yeah, I'll go next. I had a different opinion.
Okay, yeah. No, go ahead.
I actually really liked it. It reminded me a lot of Shoreline Mafia, and I guess like out of all of us, I probably listened to that kind of music the most. That just like West Coast trap music because of Timmy and JC and fucking Live. But there's one bar in the hook that just doesn't land for me, and other than that, I really like the hook. I think it's just like the spacing in the words is just too wide, and it was so consistent and smooth other than that. I really like Shoreline Mafia, and it reminded me a lot of that. I didn't have a problem with the simplicity of it. I think if you're gonna ribbity rap on that kind of beat, you better have something to fucking say.
Sure. Yeah.
And the album I'm working on, I have a lot of songs that are under 2 minutes, so I actually really liked that it was short. Gives the listener a reason to run it back. And again, if you're gonna do something that's simple and relatively repetitive, you don't want it to be 3-4 minutes. So I think that's a slick move.
Yeah, that's fair.
Overall, I thought it was pretty cool. There's just tiny things that I think if they were tightened up, it'd be a good like West Coast show song, especially because sets at shows early in your career are pretty fucking short. So to be able to squeeze as many songs in as you can to catch a diverse crowd, especially when you're not in front of people all the time, it's super important. And a lot of big shows, when you're a smaller artist, you only get 10. We've had 10-11 minutes between all 30 of us before, and those short songs really helped us out.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I think there's a ton of potential there. The one thing in the hook really, I don't know why, but it hit my ear wrong. But other than that, I really liked the hook. Yeah, no,
real quick, I have nothing against short. I do like short, and I completely agree that like it's nice for re-listenability. I just felt like there could have been just like a tad bit more, and it would have been a little bit better. But it was still good shit.
Yeah, I feel like for me it was pretty much agree with everything you guys have said. It's missing something maybe. I feel like it's a little repetitive, but I think that kind of helps for like kind of like what Fig was saying, just like in terms of performing, getting a crowd involved and that type of stuff. I feel like that's, I don't know. It was better than I was expecting going into it. I wasn't quite sure what to expect from this new segment, but overall I think I liked it, and the beat was cool. Like I said, really that was my only complaint. It just felt a little repetitive, but I feel like it makes sense why it was repetitive.
All right, Nedley.
It was alright. I thought the rapping was fine. It's whatever. I think the beat was meh. I think it could be produced better. It sounded like shoeboxy. Maybe not quite a shoebox, but maybe a cat tote or a dog or a dog house, if you will. I thought the rapping was fine. There's one bar he says that cracks me up in the chorus. It's like something about bending. I forgot what it was, but I was like, all right, that's funny. I like that. And it was in like every hook. The in between, I mean, it is short, but I do agree with Michael. If it is that kind of thing, keeping it short is probably the best way to go about it. And even with like the repetitiveness of it, like I think that's actually, I think that's kind of the point. It is supposed to be repetitive. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that you can make repetitiveness. I mean, pop artists use it all the goddamn time.
Right.
Yeah.
My biggest thing was the beat. I think the production on it's pretty meh. But I remember him because I thought he was great. The first time I DJ'd for him was at I think it was at Rainbow, and I was like, damn, this guy's like good. I was a fan. I liked him. So I am a fan of his music, but that song was a little you know, it could have been better.
Just not your thing.
The high pitched. The last note I want to say is I do think I'm not sure where he recorded it, but I do think the mixing could be a little bit better. Maybe it needs a little bit of a mastering, and that it's decent enough that it deserves that if you can do that.
Yeah, no, that definitely like improve it.
All right, that's the end of our first local licks.
Shout
make
out.
sure to submit to the email. It'll be in the description of this podcast wherever you're reading it. I'm gonna add that in there. Wherever you're listening to it. Wherever you're listening to the podcast, you can read the description, and the email to submit will be there.
There you are.
Yeah, man. I mean, going
nailed it.
You know, into the future, it's just cool that we have people who want to even just send us their music in general, and that you have like, you know, the balls to just send it. Not that like we're gonna fucking like dismantle you.
It takes some nuts to send your.
For the love of God, don't send us anything that's terrible.
Yeah. Please don't. But we do appreciate
only good stuff.
Do appreciate everyone who's taken the time
to
absolutely, and who cares fuck enough for us to talk about their music. That means the world to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's next? My phone died. I don't have the list anymore, and no one can see
I think now it's just the usual end of.
Yeah, we got Fish Song.
Fish Song. What was it? What was our Fish Song this week?
It was someone. Fill in while I try to find this here.
Ned.
It was no, I got it. It was Mushroom Tea with Figure 8 and Makes Waves.
Fucking love this song, dude.
I love this song.
And play it right now.
Pretty fun.
We're gonna play it right now.
And we're back.
Yes.
Oh!
We're
Nailed
so
it.
in tune, bro. We're so tapped in.
You do it the same every time. I think I got it.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna start because I fucking love this song, dude. I was up in Walmart and get mushroom tea. Makes Waves. I don't hear him rap too much nowadays, but every song that I've heard like on the prior tapes, even like before I was a Fish, like I've heard some of his shit. He's a very dynamic producer. Fig went hard in his verse like he normally does.
Thanks, Dad.
Great song. 13 out of 13 Coda B's. Even though we don't do that, I make the fucking rules, okay?
It's my name.
He's the captain now. No, I feel like it's just like a really fun song. Like it's just, I don't know, like kind of like Mario-esque beat, I guess you could say.
Sure.
And like I don't know, it was just super fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had Extra recently as our Fish Song of the Week, and I believe we made those two in the same day. Makes Waves produced both of them and already had them ready, and I recorded my verses. And those are like two of my favorite pre Fish Tank Lil Fidget LP Noise from the Void songs. Like before this current era of Fig, those are two of my favorites. I was up in Kmart drinking mushroom tea.
I thought it was Walmart. Is it
It
Kmart?
I said Kmart to start my verse.
Oh, that's right, you
'cause
did.
I'm white
You
trash.
said something about got racks like Kmart. Oh no, that's a different song. Damn, I'm confusing everything.
That's Antlers.
That's Antlers. Okay, you did say Kmart though.
I do say Kmart.
Shout
quite a
out
bit.
Kmart.
Yeah, shout out Kmart.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Really special.
Yeah. All right.
I've had some Kmart bars in my time.
Kmart bars?
Specifically Kmart bars, I've had some. Not saying they were good, but
I miss Kmart.
yeah, shout out.
All right.
Sponsor us, Kmart.
Speaking of sponsors, make
Have
sure
you heard the good news?
to go to kingpalm.com and support our podcast and support a wonderful company. If you're sick of tobacco
I know I
caulking
am.
up your lungs, right, Ned? You can switch to a tobacco-free wrap in King Palm with a bunch of flavor. It's like Swishers on crack, bro. They're so much better, easy to roll, taste delicious. Go to kingpalm.com and use code KPTASTE. That's KPTASTE right now. Get 20% off your order. Support the podcast. Season 1 premiere. Season 2 premiere.
When am I?
There you
I just want to preface: there's not crack in the King Palm blunt wraps. I know he said that.
No, it was a metaphor. It's a
And
hip,
But
it's a
you
hip.
can
And there's
put
also not
crack
Swishers. There's
in
no
if you
tobacco.
chose.
Yeah, there's no tobacco. That's why I
Completely
said
tobacco.
they're so much better than Swishers, bro. They taste better. They feel better. They're
No,
better for you.
listen. I heard what you're. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
get a
crack
lawsuit.
isn't better. I'm just like, it's amped up.
I get you. I just don't want this. I want to keep it. I love King Palm, and I smoke them every single day. And I couldn't imagine my life without King Palm.
Could you imagine your life without crack?
It would probably be much better. Go uphill from here. Yeah.
Wow, are you doing a lot?
Wait, downhill.
Oh no.
That would go down.
Sorry.
It would go uphill. Wait, it would go.
Season 2 premiere. Thank you guys so
Oh,
much.
jeez, guys.
For getting.
Wait. Before we get out of here, you guys want to hear a quick little this day in hip hop history?
Oh, I forgot. That's how we're closing episodes now.
That's how we're gonna.
My
Yeah.
phone's
So this
dead.
day in hip hop history. In 1993, Run DMC was nominated for a Grammy for Down with the King. And then just to add that, 2005, Jules Santana released Back Like Cooked Crack 2.
What day is it today?
And
The 8th.
December 8th.
today is December 8th.
No. Today, as in when this comes
Today-
out.
Oh, shit.
This day in hip hop history
Fuck.
is.
December 12th.
Yep. Today in hip hop history, December 12th. We don't record these early. We record this morning of and then release it to you, so they're as current as possible.
Honestly, that's pretty close to when it's in terms of an episode
Yeah, that's
dropping.
why shifting to
terms of
Sunday was better.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
It is the 12th though.
It is the 12th today, and that's the day that these
That we are
Yeah.
currently
fans
in
are
at the moment.
Yeah.
We're pulling the curtain back.
We are here in the present.
You never want to see how a hot dog gets made. You won't eat them anymore.
I'll eat them even more.
I guess just to close off this, it's really proud of us. This is the 21st episode, which is officially when you enter the top 1% of podcasts. Only make it
Woo.
to 21.
Wow.
Just really proud of us. Really proud of how much we cared to make this season better, even though we weren't going to do seasons, even though I wanted to, and everyone said it was stupid, and then we immediately did another season.
Immediately right after saying, nah, we shouldn't do that. We all mutually agreed, nah,
Yeah.
this is the right move.
Yeah, I'm glad everybody came up with that idea.
Yeah.
I am proud that we've made it this far and that it has gotten better. I've listened back to the first episodes. I think this episode is a clear example of how much more comfortable we've gotten doing whatever it is this little podcast thing is. So thank you anyone who's bought in something on King Palm, who submitted something, who shared our reels, comments on the YouTube. It makes it much easier to keep doing this. So
Yeah, it actually makes my day when I see someone call me the hip hop Morty or say things like, no, like genuinely.
yeah, it's that. I sent that to the group chat not just to make fun of you, but also because it's exciting that people give a shit enough to spend any time listening to an hour-long thing of us just giving our opinions, or enough to send your art in for us to talk about. So thank y'all. Season 2, it only goes up from here.
Is that outro music I hear slowly fading in?
Is that brand new?
Is that
outro
brand
music?
new outro music featuring Young Head that we definitely already have done? And
And is absolutely going to be finished by the day this comes out, which is today.
1000%.
Which is December 12th.
Taste you later, taste.
I hate it.
All right.
That was solid.
My brain is now spoiled. Dirtling with his own riff, you know what I mean? Nobody make fun of me, I'm having